Hey everybody, it's Charlene. Today I'm going to show you how to make a really cute card using some products from Fawn. We're going to start out here with the Duh-nuh stamps and dies. You have this cute little shark and fish here, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp those out. I do have my sentiment on my Misty, but I'm not stamping it yet. I'm going to come in with my Copic markers, and for my shark I'm using C1, C2, C3, C5, and C7. So lots of cool grays on this shark here. You can see I'm starting out with the darkest of the grays going around the upper portion of the shark on the outline. And then I'm coming in with the C5 to kind of pull that out towards the center, and then for my highlight up there I'm using the C3 to kind of blend everything out and have that shiny 3D kind of look by having it lighter in the center. For the base of the shark, that's where that C1 and C2 came in. For my little fish here, I've got YR00 and YR04. Once I have that done, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp on some Post-it tape here, and I'm going to use this to mask off my shark and my fish. So I'm using some fine detail scissors here just to quickly cut out the mask for the shark and the fish. It does not need to be perfect. I'm just going around the edge there. I just want to make sure that when I come in with my ink for the next step that I'm not going to get any on my little critters. I don't want that to show up. So once I have those cut out, I can go ahead and place them down and just make sure they are pushed down really well because I don't want them peeling up when I am inking everything. And for the next step, I'm going to be doing some stenciling and some ink blending. I'll be using Salty Ocean Distress ink, and I'm starting out with the new Falling Hearts layering stencils from Fawn. These are really cute. There are two stencils. You could use one or both. For my card, I'm just using one, and I'm coming in making sure I get a really nice coat of that distress ink because I want all of those hearts to be really dark. Because what I'm going to do is now I'm going to come in with my what's left on my brush here, and I'm going to go around the edges and cover everything up just a little bit in order to make this look like we are in the ocean and we have some sweet little hearts falling down in the ocean. Now my favorite part, I can peel those masks off and see my beautifully colored images. And now you can see I've gone back in with some black ink and I'm stamping down again over my images as well as stamping my sentiment, which says you are Jossum. How cute. So here's the giant outline Love Ya die, and I'm going to be using that on my card as well, but first I want to create my own colored cardstock here. So I've come back in again with the Salty Ocean Distress ink. I made it so that it covered a piece of cardstock, and then I die cut using white and the colored page. Now I am layering up 3 of those die cuts of the giant outline Love Ya. So I cut that out 3 times from the white cardstock, and I'm just using some liquid adhesive to make sure I go around the edges and to make sure I dot along in all of those center pieces. This is going to add some dimension to my card. It's not a necessary step, but I think it looks really nice having this die cut kind of pop off the card. So I think 3 layers is kind of the sweet spot there. And as I layer these up, you can see I just go around the edges and pinch everything together. That's what helps everything line up correctly. You can see my E got a little piece stuck in there that I hadn't pulled out, so I pulled that out. But just pinching around the edges really helps to make sure that everything is lined up, and then you can go ahead and kind of push everything down. Now I'm going to put my inked panel on an A2 size card base, so that's 4¼ inches by 5½ inches, and I'm going to do some die cut inlay. I kept all of those letters from the piece that I inked up with the Salty Ocean Distress ink, and so I'm going to put my white piece down on the card, glue that on there, and then I'm going to glue all of those little letters, the exclamation point, as well as the hearts in there. You'll see over there on the top left-hand side of the screen, I did keep the inset part of the O as well as the inset part of the A from the white die cuts, and I did layer those up as well off camera, and that's just going to help finish this off so it looks really nice. So here I am, I'm putting some liquid adhesive down, and you can see then I just pop each of those letters in. I've just got a sharp little pokey tool here to help make sure that everything gets pushed in and adhered down really well. Now you could do extra layers as well underneath these letters if you wanted everything to have a flat kind of look, but I wanted those inset letters to be at a different level from the outer outline, the white die cut. And the reason is because I'm going to do something fun with the hearts here when I'm just about done with the card. So you'll see. So now I've got everything in there, and I'm just stamping out with an acrylic block a couple of these cute little bubbles, and I'm going to glue them down. So we've got some air bubbles coming from the shark as well as some air bubbles coming from that cute little goldfish. And you can see I'm going to glue those bubbles down actually on top of the die cut. So just keep that in mind when you're making a card. You could do fun kind of things where you actually glue right on top of raised images like that. You don't always have to look for someplace flat. I've got a white gel pen here, and I'm going to add a little bit of an accent to each of the hearts. That just makes it look a little bit more 3D. I'm adding a little bit of a line there on each part. And now I have some glitter stickles that I'm coming in and adding to the bubbles. Now that fun part I talked about, I'm going to add some glossy accents here inside each of the hearts. So I've got room in there to fill them up, so they're going to have this nice glistening look here now that it's dry. So there's my finished card, everyone. I hope you picked up some tips and tricks today. Thank you so much for joining me here on the Scrapbook Pal YouTube channel. Please be sure to like and subscribe, as well as hit that notification bell so you'll know about future videos. Have a great day.